Hello everybody, Jimmy Hawkins, Knoxville, Tennessee. Golf Lessons by the Hawk. I want to give you some tips that help you make some of your shorter putts. One of them is going to be the ball positioning. It's going to be very important to get the ball right under the eyes, under the eye line. It's also very, very important to get square to the line. This helps the club head to move toward the target rather than setting up open or closed. You have to pull the ball or push the ball to get it back to the target line. If we can get the shoulders, hips, and feet square to the target line, that will help our putter move toward the target. There's been some exceptions to the rule, but for the most part, your better putters have accomplished it through a square stance. There have been, like I said, some exceptions, Jack Nicklaus being one of them. Jack always set up a little open, crouched way down, had the elbows in, and kind of pushed it with his right hand. Very effective, the best through time that I can remember. Maybe Tiger's getting close, but one of the fundamentals that will help you make more short putts is getting the eyes over the ball and squaring the stance up. I also like putting the weight, probably 70% of it, to the front foot. Watch what happens when I do this. It takes this spine angle and it moves it forward. A lot of the problems I see in the short putts with the people that I'm filming is the shaft angle at impact or at address. Some of them can actually see the face of their putter. You should never be able to see the face of the putter when you're standing over the golf ball getting ready to putt it. The hands should always be, the shaft should be slightly forward, leading the club head rather than slightly backwards. A lot of the short putters, the short putts that are missed are caused because of an open club face from the shaft leaning backwards. When you lean the shaft backwards, it opens the club face up, puts a lot of spin on the ball. But let's go on. Remember, eyes over the ball. As you shift your weight to the front foot, 70% of it, slide the spine over to where it's just in front of the leg. Eyes over the ball, weight forward, stand square. Set you up 2 clubs. It's going to give you about a 7-foot putt. We're going to practice the short ones. This is a great drill. You'll be dropping them like clockwork. Let's set up on the 1-foot putt. Eyes over the ball. This helps when you look down at the hole. You're actually looking down the target line. Wonderful. You don't have to go. Anytime you do that, rarely do I see the student get the shoulders shut back up. Usually they'll stay open. But get the eyes over the ball, weight a little forward, 1 foot, back up, 2 foot, back up, 3 foot, back up. Go through this motion. I promise you, you're going to find yourself making a lot more short putts. You'll find it traveling right down the channel. These clubs actually give you a good visual aid. Visual aids help us build some memory. It helps our body be comfortable with what we're doing. It's a whole lot easier to get square if you're sitting here looking at something that's square to your target line rather than nothing. Oftentimes I'll take my students out and I'll take a chalk line and I'll put it in the center of the cup and go back 7 or 8 feet and chalk me a line on the green. And then I'll chalk a line for their feet to be a reference line for squareness in the stance. This is very important. But these 3 or 4 little fundamentals, I promise you, if you'll practice this little technique for the short ones and practice the fundamentals I gave you, square, 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 shift the weight to the front foot, eyes right over the ball, I promise you'll make more putts. Also, I recommend putts and putts looking at the hole. It gives you some feel for what you're trying to do. When you play baseball, you look at the mitt when you throw it. When you play basketball, you look at the goal when you shoot it. When you roll a bowling ball, you look at the pins when you bowl. I promise you, if you'll putt looking at the hole some, you'll get a better feel for how hard to hit it. You'll be amazed at how much the club will travel down the line toward the target and how solid you hit it. There was a famous LPGA player, Beth Daniel. She putted a whole year on tour. When she got inside 10 feet, she looked at the hole. She kept her card that year, and like I said, she's a Hall of Famer. Wonderful, wonderful woman. But set up, look at the hole, putt it. Back up, set up, look at the hole, putt it. I promise you, you practice these techniques, use these little clubs as visual aid, you'll see some scores start dropping because you're going to be putting it a lot less. Anytime you're breaking 30 putting, you're probably shooting a good number. Let me know how it's going. GolfLessonsByTheHop.com or check me out on YouTube. I appreciate you.